The year is 1645. In Essex, fear hangs heavier than the mist. Fields of wheat bend beneath a brooding sky, and the wind whispers secrets through the trees. In Canewdon, fear is a constant companion, at the table, in the pews, beside every child's bed. Shadows stretch long even at midday. Every sound is a warning. The villagers are simple folk, ruled by superstition as much as by the seasons. A spilled salt cellar, a black cat, omens everywhere. Misfortune is never just bad luck, it's a sign of the devil's work. The woods around Canewdon are dreaded, the whispering woods where strange lights flicker and eerie sounds echo. No one enters after dusk. They say the woods belong to the old ways, where the veil between worlds is thin. Fear twists the village, turning neighbour against neighbour. A friendly wave becomes a curse, a kind word a trick. Suspicion binds the community tighter than love ever could. Gossip is gospel, and hatred grows in the fertile ground of dread. The villagers wait for a scapegoat, someone to blame for their suffering. In Canewdon, the harvest of fear is always bitter, and tonight the wind carries more than secrets, it carries a warning. On the edge of Canewdon, where fields meet the whispering woods, stands a crooked cottage. Here live Mary and Agnes Greenleaf, sisters, healers, outsiders. Mary, older and practical, tends the garden and soothes the sick with steady hands. Agnes, younger and strange, listens to the wind and gathers herbs by moonlight. Villagers come in secret for cures, a poultice, a tonic, a salve. The sisters ask little in return: bread, eggs, firewood. Their kindness is met with suspicion, their knowledge with fear. They rarely attend church or fairs, their solitude marking them as different. Agnes's distant gaze and riddles fuel whispers. She walks with one foot in another world. Their cottage, set apart, becomes a symbol of mystery. In Canewdon, mystery is just another word for witchcraft. The villagers accept their help, but always with a sliver of dread. A hand that heals, they reason, can also harm. The Greenleaf sisters are both needed and feared. In a village ruled by suspicion, that is a dangerous place to be, and soon, suspicion will demand a sacrifice. The summer of 1645 brings drought and sickness. Children fall ill, the village doctor is helpless. Panic spreads like the fever itself. Sarah, the baker's daughter, grows weak. Her parents, desperate, turn to the Greenleaf sisters. Mary brews a cooling tea. Agnes hums a strange lullaby. For a moment, hope returns. Sarah's fever breaks. But by morning, the fever rages back. By nightfall, Sarah is gone. Grief turns to rage. The baker's wife whispers. The sisters cursed her child. The story spreads. Mary and Agnes gave her a strange tea, sang unnatural songs. It was not a cure, but a curse. The villagers, primed by fear, seize on the tale. Outsiders, healers, witches. The Greenleaf sisters become the focus of the village's terror. Accusations multiply, fueled by grief and superstition. The line between healer and witch vanishes. In Canewdon, fear has found its victims. The hunt for witches has begun, and the woods whisper of coming doom. News of witchcraft in Canewdon travels fast. It reaches Matthew Hopkins, the self-styled witch-finder general. He arrives in black, a shadow among shadows, ready to profit from fear. Hopkins gathers the villagers, warning them, "The devil walks among you." Witches, he says, blight crops, sour milk and murder children. He promises to cleanse the village, turning suspicion into sacred duty. Every rumor becomes evidence, every grudge an accusation. The baker's wife tells her story, others follow, cows gone dry, black dogs, strange looks. Hopkins records it all, seeking not truth but confirmation. The village becomes a web of suspicion and betrayal. Old grudges resurface, masked as piety. A whispered word can mean death. At the center of it all sits Hopkins, ready to pull the strings. He knows exactly who he'll catch first. The Greenleaf sisters. The constable knocks on the Greenleaf cottage. Mary and Agnes are dragged through jeering crowds locked in the church cellar. Their trial is not of evidence, but of pain. Hopkins's methods are cruel: sleep deprivation, endless walking, sharp pins. They are watched day and night, never left alone. The search for the devil's mark begins. Every mole, every scar, a sign of guilt. Mary cries out. Agnes is silent. Both are condemned. Hopkins twists their words, turning denials into confessions. Exhausted, Mary confesses to anything. Agnes remains silent, her gaze unsettling. The sisters cannot win. The village demands a sacrifice, and Hopkins delivers. The line between justice and cruelty vanishes. The Greenleaf sisters are broken but not defeated. Their fate is sealed. The execution is a grim spectacle. The village gathers beneath an ancient oak, faces hard and unforgiving. Mary weeps, her forced confession sealing her doom. Agnes stands calm, her serenity unnerving. The crowd wants a show, not the truth. As the noose tightens, Agnes speaks. You condemn us for a crime that does not exist. The evil you do today is real. You sow hatred and you will reap sorrow. Her words hang in the air, a chilling prophecy. The cart is pulled away. The sisters swing from the tree. Silence falls. The spectacle is over. The villagers expect relief but feel only unease. The faces of Mary and Agnes haunt them. Hopkins collects his fee and leaves, the village forever changed. The shadow of the hanging tree lingers. The cost of fear is now clear. Canewdon is left with its ghosts. The harvest of hatred is bitter indeed. The wind in the woods carries a warning. The story is not over. After the execution, a heavy silence settles over Canewdon. The villagers try to return to normal, but nothing is the same. The shadow of the hanging tree looms. The sisters' faces haunt their dreams. Agnes's final words echo, "You will reap sorrow." Misfortune follows. Blighted crops, sick animals, nightmares. The villagers whisper of the Greenleaf curse. Some claim to hear weeping from the tree or see ghostly figures in the woods. Fear has not left. It has only changed shape. Guilt eats at the village, tearing it apart. The story of the witches becomes a cautionary tale. They say Mary and Agnes still wander the woods, forever tied to Canewdon. The real evil was never in their herbs or their ways. It was in the hearts of ordinary people, twisted by fear. As the mist rolls in, the wind carries a warning. Hatred, in the end, is the most powerful curse of all.